Hello everybody, this is Nick from BIM here. In this video, I'm going to cover what I consider to be currently the best setup to use AI inside of Revit, and that is by using pyRevit MCP server alongside Claude Code. What's great about this setup is that pyRevit is already a free and open source tool loved by millions of users. I've made several videos about pyRevit in the past, so if you're not familiar with this tool at all, make sure to check that out. What makes pyRevit MCP server so unique is one tool that is called Execute Revit Code. This allows you to generate and run Python code directly inside of your model. As an example, I have Claude Code open. The MCP server for pyRevit is already installed, and I can ask translate all the sheet names to French. The way that this works is that Claude Code will generate Python script and run it directly inside of the model, and you can see the result. All the sheet names have been translated to French. You can also ask for tasks that are somewhat more ambiguous or complex. For example, find all the warnings in this project and try to solve them. So you can see in this case, Claude will need to think by itself and see what warnings can be solved and what others are probably more complex. In some cases, you will need to allow. What's interesting is that you can see the full train of thoughts of Claude when trying to fix the warnings. It started at 86 warning and it managed to clear 20. The others are a bit more ambiguous, for example, wall overlaps, and is asking that a human should probably solve these. What's amazing about the pyRevit and Claude Code setup is that if you're happy with one of the scripts that has been generated and executed with Claude Code, you can simply ask to push to the ribbon. In this case, we're saying add this tool to a new BIM extension in the ribbon. You can see I had previously made just by asking Claude Code to create a pamphlets tab along with a few tools that I had tested directly inside of Claude. Another benefit of using Claude Code is that currently this is probably the best tool for software development, and Claude has a memory and instructions, so each time you use it, it can get better. And also, as we've covered in previous videos, you can connect Claude to all your apps. For example, you could have project information inside of Gmail or Asana or Notion and say, hey, check out this project information and verify the quality of this Revit file based on this data. Okay, now I'm going to cover all the steps you need to install pyRevit MCP server with Claude Code. First, you're going to need to download the Claude desktop application at claude.com/download. And to make this setup work, you will need a paid account of Claude. Also, you will need full admin rights on the computer you are using because you will need to modify different folders and the app data. So I recommend that you talk to IT before implementing the setup. In some cases, I've heard people trying this on a separate laptop to ensure they don't mess up the main work computers. Then you can download the latest version of pyRevit on GitHub and download the latest release. When you've got Claude Desktop and pyRevit installed, you will go here on the pyRevit tab and go to Extensions. Scroll down until you find MCP Server for Revit Python. And then you must enable the extension. In my case, it's already enabled. Then you must find this folder on your computer and copy the path. Then inside of Claude Desktop, make sure that you are using Claude Code. Just for your information, it is also possible to use pyRevit MCP server with regular chat, but using Claude Code unlocks many more possibilities, so I recommend using this one. Select the local folder over here. If it is the first time you're using Claude Code, you might be asked to install Git. If it is the case, a link will be provided, else I would add this to the video description. Go over there, install Git. This is just to help you manage versions, and then you will probably need to restart your computer. Then you must find the folder where the MCP server has been installed for pyRevit. I have it right here, so you can copy this link, and let's go back to Claude Code. Here currently it is working on my desktop, so I will select a new folder. I can simply paste this link right here. And in fact, let me go back one level. I can pick this folder and select it. And now you should see MCP server for Revit Python over here in Claude Code. Then you can go back to pyRevit and copy this link of the GitHub URL for the MCP server. Let's go back to Claude Code, paste this link and say, install this pyRevit MCP server, guide me through the process. What's interesting about this approach is that Claude Code will tell you all of the steps that you must accomplish for the install to work. If Claude asks you to manually install UV, you can reply that it can install it by itself instead. The next step that you'll need to do is to activate the routes inside of pyRevit. So I will click on this arrow, go to Settings, and go over here to routes. I will click on the arrow. In my case, it's already active. So just make sure to turn this on. The next step is optional, but highly recommended for security purpose. Go to the app data roaming folder, go to pyRevit, and you will find this pyRevit config file right here. Open it. So this is under the notepad. You can use Control F and search for routes. And by default, these two lines will not appear, but this is something I recommend adding. This is to improve the security of your setup. Then you can return to Claude Code and mention that you've changed the IP address and the port so it doesn't search for the wrong one. So eventually, after a little bit of back and forth with Claude Code, MCP should finish installing. If you get stuck in the process, you can always ask Claude Code to try to fix it itself. The next step is not mandatory, but it is very helpful to improve the result of your prompts. And it is to create a custom Claude.md file that contains extra instructions and information. So you can simply copy and paste these instructions to Claude Code and the Claude.md file will be created for you. And by the way, you can download this free pamphlet PDF guide for Claude Code that includes all of the instructions to install along with all of the prompts that I've been using in this tutorial. You will find the link in the video description. Now everything should work and you can get started. Start by asking, can you see this Revit model through the pyRevit MCP server? And eventually it should work and say that it is connected. Now I will conclude this video by trying the kind of task that I might delegate to a junior. And that is cleaning up Revit materials. You can see in this case, there are some inconsistencies in our template that I want to fix. For example, the prefix, sometimes there's an underscore, sometimes there's a dash, and some materials might be duplicated. This is the prompt I will give to Claude Code. Can you look at the materials, fix inconsistencies, remove or merge duplicate? And then after a couple of minutes, it asks me how I want to proceed, if I only want to fix the metadata, or if I actually want to delete some of the duplicate materials. So I will say merge in use duplicates. And then it asks me another question, if I want the dash or the underscore as the prefix. Let's use the dash for this one. Then after another couple of minutes, it asks me which color I want to keep for the duplicate materials. For example, for the concrete, if I want light gray or dark gray. Let's say that I want to have the dark gray one, so I will check this box. And for the other, I prefer typically darker, so I will only check the first box. Eventually, Claude Code is finished. I can go to the materials menu, and indeed, there are no more BPE materials with an underscore. And I appreciate that Claude didn't just delete the old materials, it actually merged them by using the appearance that made the most sense. When it comes to modeling, however, I found that this workflow is much more limited. I didn't have much success using Claude Code and the pyRevit MCP server for modeling. It can work for very simple stuff. For example, create a concrete wall in the middle of the forest in the current active view. So you can see that it worked. Indeed, a concrete wall was placed over there. So for some very simple modeling tasks, it might work. But in my opinion, it's still very limited when it comes to modeling. And the final thing, be careful with your tokens usage. In Claude Code at the bottom right, you can see this circle. If you click on it, you can see your current plan usage, including the 5-hour limit in 2 hours. So I should be fine. And just by here, you can select between Opus and Sonnet. I constantly switch between one and the other. If I have lots of tokens left and I have a complicated task, I might use Opus. But if I'm more constrained by the tokens and I have lots of stuff to do, maybe I'll switch to Sonnet. We are currently preparing a new course that will be called Claude for BIM. It is a live course that will launch in the fall of 2026. It will include several expert speakers, including some about this very topic, about using pyRevit and Claude Code. Go to bimpure.com/Claude to get on the waitlist, and you will immediately receive 2 free pamphlet PDF guides about Claude for BIM and using Claude Code for pyRevit. And finally, I'm going live with the BIMpure members on June 17 about this very workflow of pyRevit MCP plus Claude Code. I'm going to show more examples and answer all questions about the setup. You can catch live or you can watch the replay at any time. All right, that's it. I would love if you can share your thoughts down below in the comments. I just want to hear what you think about this workflow.